Hey everyone, welcome back to my December garden. I'm gonna walk around the back porch, the backyard. There's not much to look at. And then maybe the front yard. I don't know if I have time to do that, but we will see. So come join me on this very windy day. So not much is different. The pigeon peas are still huge and producing. I was just out here picking a bunch of these today. So these will be used for dried beans, and I'll store them during the rest of the winter and then use them as I please. There's not much changed here. There's some seedlings starting to pop up in a lot of the areas now. This is some violas. I have some salvia popping up. There's carrots popping up here. This is an oak tree. And then I have some purple coneflower even popping up there, which I don't remember when I sowed that. Oh, look at here. Here's some cosmos. That's cool. I don't remember putting those there. So, sometimes you plant things or seed things and they just come up when they want to. And then look, here is some more coneflower. Look at that. That's a weed. That is a purple coneflower. That is a purple coneflower. This is a native frog fruit, and these are all carrots. So I figured, like I said, if you have bare ground, you might as well cover it with seeds so that the weeds don't get in. That's a sweet almond bush, and then a fig tree there that was a cutting. So I'm just going to let it grow there and see what happens. It's the only fig I put in the ground. The other two are in pots. And I have my pineapples. And I'm not going to walk completely around because everything's relatively the same. We have been getting some more moisture, which is nice. But it is, starting to be winter. So there's not much to look at. I haven't had a truck to go get all of the mulch like I wanted to. I wanted to come in here and redo a layer of mulch on my walkway, and then most of the backyard. This here back is going to stay grass. This is a trellis I bought. I just set it here. But over there, from the gate over, is going to be new flower bed and planting space. So the mulch is going to be for that, and I'm going to extend. I have a weird setting on my camera where that hose is. I'm going to extend the flower bed to come out that way. So it's just not happened yet because things get in the way. Let's see. We'll walk up this way on the porch. The Everglades tomatoes that are all popped up in the yard are all producing fruit now for the most part. So I just don't even plant those anymore. I just let them grow wherever they feel like it, and that seems to be where they're the most productive. If I try to plant them, then they end up not producing very well. All of the grasses have gone to seed, and the seeds are just there for the winter. I do want to point out something just because I want to remember it. Last year I planted delphinium bulbs. Gladiolus bulbs. And this looks like one that I left, but it's not even covered in soil. And it's producing greenery now. So that's interesting. I might plant some more. Who knows? But none of them ended up blooming in that area. So curious to see if that blooms. So sorry. The porch is looking like a porch. I don't know. I did spruce it up a little for, the holiday season. The kids have been playing with the fake snow on the table. I have a little container of, this is actually kale, but I thought it was pretty in a terracotta pot, so that was from seed. So I'm not probably going to eat this. I'll just let it be. And then this container has some nasturtiums, which I seeded way back in the end of the summer, I think. And they are just doing their thing now. I cut out the pepper that was in here, and there's a bunch of baby, what are they? Chamomile seedlings growing in here. So those will grow up nicely. And then this is the purple alyssum. Then I put some ornaments on these little lemon cypress just to make it fun. Little Charlie Brown tree. Just has 3 ornaments on it, but I thought it was cute. And then I have some poinsettias, an amaryllis, and some Dusty Miller just in a trio of pots right there. Just thought it looked Christmassy. I think so. Let's see. Merry and Bright. Hello, Winter. It's not very winter yet, but we'll go with it. Like I said, all of this I haven't touched in months because I'm redoing it and I haven't been able to get any mulch. So the only difference is my peach tree doesn't have any leaves, but that's normal. So yeah, I'm going to be adding there's a bunch of random crap laying in the grass. Another peach tree like over here. And then I'm getting some dogwood and some redbud trees in the mail shortly. So as soon as those come, I'll be planting those as well. This is another little trio of pots. This is more chamomile. It's a little bit bigger. There's some in there and some poinsettias and some more of the alyssum. And then my green stalks, of course. I sincerely love these things. Hold on. There, I took my camera off of whatever setting that was on. But yeah, so I'm loving the green stalks. It's got kale, mint, growing mint the correct way and not in the ground. Unless you want to take it over, but it's not very responsible choice in most cases. This really pretty alyssum is loving the cooler weather. And my puppy. And it looks just pretty. I don't know. I just ate a lot of this kale last night for dinner and then lunch again today. And I think there is a bit much in these containers for what I'm growing. The amount of kale plants and mint and all of that seem to be taking up quite a bit of water. So in the future, I'll probably do a little less of the bigger plants because these will last a long time. So they're going to take a lot of energy out of that soil. But it's okay. I got a new umbrella. The fire pit. We had a fire the other day to burn off a lot of dead stuff. And Benelli, what are you doing? Get out of there. And like I said, these railroad vines will grow back just fine, and they're already starting to. They all have brand new growth on them. And as I suspected, they probably dropped some seeds, and I'll have seedling railroad vines. So in the spring, again, this will be covered in railroad vine. And it will probably look even better because all around the border here is going to be mulch, so it'll make it pop a little better. I cut back my my jasmine because it just needed it. This has, oh look, there's lots of seeds in here. I'm gonna pick those. This one accidentally went to seed. This is calendula, and I didn't mean for it to go to seed, but I missed picking the flowers. So I'm going to go toss those in a spot in a minute. But I've been picking the calendula flowers daily still. As long as you keep picking them, they will keep coming throughout the season. And that's how I'm going to make my calendula salve. And I'm excited because I have enough for my salve already. And this is just from the plants on this green stalk. I just think they're so pretty. But they have great medicinal properties, so that's why I grow them. But yeah, there's a broccoli. Oh, I'm so proud of this broccoli. It's getting bigger. And as long as it stays cooler, I don't think it'll go to flower. So a little bit bigger and we'll be able to eat it. It's my first broccoli I've ever grown, actually. So I'm cherishing it. And yeah, there's still a lot of basil. Oh, finally. Oh, look. That's the second ladybug in 2 days I've seen. Hi. This basil is finally going to flower. It says cardinal basil. And it had not gone to flower all summer, and I was waiting to see what it looked like. It has some spots on it, but it's okay. It looks healthier now than it did earlier. I actually think growing it in the fall would have been more ideal. So that's good to note. This is another fig. This one got a hard cutback during the summer because it had spider mites, so it didn't really produce but a couple figs to actually eat. But in the pots like this, I like to put things that can grow and just keep the soil covered. Lettuce is a good one. It's shallow rooted. It's not going to take anything away from the fig. Plus the fig doesn't grow during the fall and winter time. So that's a good thing to put in here. And then this is some violas and, like I said, lettuce. So this lettuce will probably be more for the bunny. Not the outside bunny, but my pet bunny. And then yeah, not much has changed. The beauty berries are losing all their leaves. My oak leaf hydrangeas, now that they've been getting extra water, are doing really good. And I actually had some fall color on some of them. They're starting to turn crispy, but they are turning slightly red, which is nice. And then this whole area is like where the drip line is getting a whole layer of mulch too. And I've just, like I said, I've been waiting to do it. And until I can, get my truck fixed, it's just going to be like this, and it's fine. Still waiting on my witch hazel tree. Hopefully in the spring, fingers crossed. This area, not much has changed. The pigeon peas on these are all basically done flowering, and I've been harvesting a lot of the peas so they don't hang over the neighbor's fence. The cranberry hibiscus is still blooming. The blooms are smaller, but it is still blooming. Look at that. It's super small. But it's fine, and it still looks pretty next to the silver buttonwood and the firebush. And then in this whole area here is daffodils, and they're called Hunter's Sunrise. So basically all I did was grab a bunch of compost from my compost pile and laid it out on top. And then I'm going to mulch over it, like I said, when I get my mulch. But until I have mulch, I can't do anything. So it's just going to be like that. Then that is my Meyer lemon. And I don't know what my dog is doing. She's going crazy. What are you doing? Over here, still looks the same. Have the longevity spinach, which is, like I said, the edible ground cover / hedge. I'm kind of just letting it take over this area and fill it out, and I'm going to just plant in between it. And you can't even really tell that these blackberries are here because they look a little scraggly, but that is purposeful because they're being masked by the longevity spinach. What are you doing, dog? And then I have, I wanted to show this. My lily is blooming. Look how pretty they are. These are from my grandma's yard that they've been in her garden for decades, I think. And I took a few of them and they're starting to bloom. Of course, they're blooming behind everything, but my daughter can see them out her window, so that's okay. And then my papaya, it's kind of just doing what it did before. They get this like black spot disease thing. It doesn't really affect much, except it makes the leaves unsightly. But we're getting some fruit on it, but it's the wrong time of year. So I might as well just take the fruit off because it's not gonna do anything. It will produce fruit next year, so we're good. I'm torn on whether I want to cut this back and make it a lower bush type papaya. I'll see, because that actually does work. You can cut the whole top off and it will branch out just like any other plant. And see, like here where there's nodes, it will just branch at the next node down. So you can always control the height of your papaya. Got my compost piles. Love those. And then lastly, just the corner over here. I'm starting my leaf bin for the year. And yeah, I have this is still going strong. This salvia. God, it's like a beast. You can't kill that thing. I installed the drip over here, but I've turned it off. Let me fix my daughter's. Hold on. There, I was fixing the Christmas lights, so that way the girls have something cute to look at out their window. And then, oh, I guess you probably saw it, but in here there's like a candy and cookie and cupcake forest in the plants. Anyways, well, that should do it. I'm gonna actually cut this short and do the other front yard next because I just don't have time to do it right now. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to scatter these calendula seeds now into this bed here where there's not mulch yet, and then we'll just see if they grow. Anyways, well, stay tuned for the front yard for December, and that will conclude the whole year. So I've been doing this, like I said, all year long, and there's been lots of changes. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.